Imagine if wealth and success could come to you not through fierce competition, but by simply offering genuine value to others. In this chapter of The Science of Getting Rich, we uncover how the universe responds when you shift from a mindset of scarcity and rivalry to one of creative generosity. If you've ever wondered how to truly attract abundance into your life, not just in theory but in practical, tangible ways, then this chapter holds the key. Together, we'll explore the hidden power of aligning your actions with universal laws of abundance, setting the foundation for wealth that benefits not only you but everyone it touches. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see how a small shift in perspective can create a world of difference in what you attract. Chapter 6: How Riches Come to You. When I say you don't have to drive sharp bargains, I don't mean you shouldn't engage in deals at all or that you're above the need to interact with others. What I mean is that you don't need to deal unfairly with anyone. You don't have to get something for nothing. Instead, you can give more in value to others than what you take from them. This is a profound idea that can transform our relationships, both in business and in personal interactions. Think about it. What if, instead of trying to get the best deal, you focused on how you could genuinely benefit the other person? For instance, if you're in a job interview, instead of solely highlighting what the company can do for you, emphasize how your unique skills can help them reach their goals. This approach can create a lasting impression because it shows you're focused on contributing value first. Let's continue with the book reading. While it's not always possible to give someone more in cash market value than you receive, you can provide more in use value. For example, the paper and ink used in this book may not be worth the price you paid, but if the ideas within bring you thousands of dollars, you haven't been wronged. The sellers have given you great use value for a small cash value. Reminder to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Back to the book. Now, imagine I own a famous painting worth thousands in any civilized community. If I take it to Baffin Bay and persuade an Eskimo to trade me $500 worth of furs for it, I have wronged him. The painting has no use value to him, it won't add to his life. But if I trade him a $50 gun for the furs, he has made a good deal. The gun will help him obtain more furs and food, enriching his life in many ways. When you rise from the competitive to the creative plane, you'll scrutinize your business transactions more closely. If you're selling something that doesn't enhance a person's life more than what they're giving you in return, you can afford to stop that business. You don't need to beat anyone in business. And if you're in a business that exploits people, it's time to exit. Always strive to give more in use value than you take in cash value. In doing so, you contribute to the world's growth with every business transaction. If you employ people, you must take more cash value than you pay in wages. But you can organize your business in a way that fosters advancement, allowing employees to grow every day if they choose to. Your business can be like this book, helping your employees climb towards success. You can create an environment where every employee has the opportunity to achieve wealth if they are willing to put in the effort. If they don't take advantage of the opportunity, that's on them, not you. Remember, when I say you will create your riches from formless substance, I don't mean that riches will materialize out of thin air. If you want a sewing machine, for instance, it won't magically appear in your room. But if you hold the mental image of it with unwavering certainty that it is on its way to you, it will come. Once you form the thought, maintain absolute faith that the sewing machine is coming. Speak and think of it only as something that is already yours. Comment, before going into the next part, that describe how things may come to you. As you focus your thoughts and imagination as to what you want, think of something that you want to try this out with. Frankly, your own personal experience with testing this out and seeing it work will be the strongest proof for you. Now, let's continue reading. The supreme intelligence will work through people to bring it to you. For example, if you live in Maine, it might orchestrate a series of events that bring someone from Texas or Japan into your life, ultimately resulting in you receiving the sewing machine. This will benefit the other person as much as it benefits you. Never forget that the thinking substance is everywhere, communicating with everything, and influencing all. The desire of thinking substance for fuller life has already caused the creation of many sewing machines, and it can create millions more. Whenever people activate it through desire and faith, it responds, creating what is needed. You can certainly have a sewing machine in your home, and it is just as certain that you can have anything else you want if it will help advance your life and the lives of others. Don't be afraid to ask for large things. As Jesus said, "It is your Father's pleasure to give you the kingdom." Original substance wants to live fully through you, providing you with everything you can use for living an abundant life. If you understand that your desire for riches is in harmony with the infinite desire of omnipotence for fuller expression, your faith becomes unshakable. I once observed a little boy at a piano, frustrated by his inability to produce real music. When I asked why he was upset, he said, "I can feel the music in me, but I can't make my hands go right." The music he felt was the urge of original substance, which contains all possibilities of life. Just as all music seeks expression, so too does everything in the universe. God, the one substance, is seeking expression through humanity. He desires hands to build, voices to sing, eyes to see beauty, and minds to proclaim truth. All potential is seeking to manifest through us. God wants musicians to have instruments, artists to have supplies, those who appreciate beauty to be surrounded by it, and those who value truth to have opportunities to observe and learn. He desires everyone to have the best food, clothing, and experiences because it is through us that He enjoys these things. It is God who works in you to will and to act, as Paul said. The desire you feel for wealth is God expressing His will in you, just as He expressed Himself in the little boy at the piano. So don't hesitate to ask for what you want. Your role is to focus and express the desires of God. Many people struggle with this because they cling to outdated beliefs that poverty and self-sacrifice are virtuous. They believe that scarcity is part of God's plan, that some must remain poor because there isn't enough to go around. They feel guilty asking for wealth and limit their desires to modest comforts. I recall a student who was instructed to visualize the things he wanted so that they could be impressed upon formless substance. He was a very poor man, living in a rented house, and could barely grasp the idea that all wealth was his for the asking. This story is a reminder that we often limit ourselves based on our current circumstances. The student started by only asking for a rug and a stove because that was all he could envision. But once he saw that his small goals were achievable, he began to expand his vision. Think of a modest goal you might have and consider how you could scale up your vision. Maybe instead of just wishing for financial stability, you start envisioning complete financial freedom. Often, our belief in what we can have grows as we see positive outcomes, which then fuels our faith in reaching even larger dreams. Now, back to the book. After much thought, he decided to ask for a new rug and a coal stove. He followed the instructions and received both in a few months. Then, he realized he had not asked for enough. He began to imagine all the improvements he wanted for his home, mentally adding rooms and furnishings until he had a complete vision of his ideal house. Holding this image, he lived in a certain way, moving toward his desires. He now owns the house and is rebuilding it according to his mental picture. And with even greater faith, he continues to pursue larger goals. It has been done unto him according to his faith, and it will be the same for you and everyone else. This chapter emphasizes that true wealth comes not from competition but through creative contribution and fair exchanges that enhance the lives of others. By focusing on giving more in use value than what is taken in cash value, one aligns with the abundance of the universe. This alignment, combined with a strong, unwavering faith in one's desires, allows individuals to manifest their goals while contributing positively to those around them. Consider these thought-provoking questions. How can you shift your mindset from a competitive one to a creative, value-giving approach in your daily interactions or business dealings? In what ways might you be limiting your desires out of fear or guilt, and how could you allow yourself to envision bigger goals without hesitation? Do you believe that the abundance of the universe is available to everyone? And if so, how does this belief affect your faith in your own ability to attract wealth? Here are some suggested activities. Create a mental image of one specific item or goal that you wish to attract into your life. Focus on this image with absolute faith and certainty that it is already on its way to you. Reflect on ways this manifestation could add value not only to your life but to others around you, and document any inspired actions or steps you feel prompted to take to bring this vision into reality. This chapter, How Riches Come to You, prepared us for the next key element in the journey, gratitude. The video for the chapter on gratitude has already been created. It was the first one in the series to be completed for our review of the book. You can find it in our playlist. In that upcoming chapter, we'll dive into how a spirit of thankfulness not only strengthens our faith but also acts as a magnet for attracting even more of the life we want. So join us in the next chapter, and let's see how gratitude opens the door to even greater abundance. Please remember to subscribe, like, share our videos, and turn on the notification bell to be alerted for our new videos.